hello there. I didn't see you. Welcome back to my channel. As always, my name is Haley and welcome to the Pinup Princess. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my classic glam, pinup, rockabilly, whatever you want to call it, makeup look. Ooh, ah, yes. Ooh, ah, ah. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. Anyways. So yes, welcome to today's video. I'm going to show you guys how to achieve this super glam, gorgeous, classic pinup girl look. This makeup is heavily inspired by the rockabilly style, as well as classic pinup illustrations and a bunch of other creators that I follow and have followed for a long time that have helped me sort of learn how to create my own signature look. So without further ado, let's get into the video so you dolls can transform into the gorgeous pinup queen that you already are. Love you all. Enjoy the video. Mwah. Hello everyone and welcome back to another one of my videos. So as you heard, we are going to be starting our makeup tutorial and I wanted to show you guys how I do kind of my classic rockabilly, vintage, pinup, 1950s, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of everything under the sun. And I also wanted to deep dive as we go along into a little bit of the history of what makes this style of makeup so iconic to this time period and what characteristics we still use in cosmetics today and all the fun things like that. So without further ado, I am going to get started and show you guys how I do my foundation. Now, I typically don't wear foundation like every day. I wear it sometimes, you know, just for fun or just if I want to feel a little bit extra glam or I need a little bit of full coverage because I have a little bit of breakout, which I have a little bit right now, so I'm kind of far away from the camera. But other times I wear a tinted sunscreen. You guys have seen me use this in my past couple of videos. That is the Elastin skincare tinted sun, or it's called like sun tint or something. Anyways, I use that sometimes if I just want a little bit of coverage on my face, but for today I'm going to show you guys how I do just like if I was to go to an event, or if I was to go out to dinner, or if I was to even just go shopping or go to a movie, how I would do my makeup. Now I've already done my hair. This is a wet set, so very similar to the video that I did on my everyday hair tutorial, these earrings I love so much. I just got these on Etsy. I will link these in the description. And in case you guys are wondering about my adorable little leopard print dress, I made this myself. And this is from my favorite little wiggle dress pattern, and it only takes a few yards of fabric. So I'll show you guys the full outfit and hair and makeup and everything when we get to the end of the video. And let me know down below if you guys would like to see a video of how I make these little wiggle dresses, because they're super easy and very beginner friendly. So without further ado, let's get started and I will show you guys how I do my foundation. Alright everyone, so for foundation, I like to use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and this is in the shade 115, which is Ivory, and I find that this works very, very well. What I'm going to do though, just for fun, is put on a little bit of this e.l.f. Mineral Primer. So basically, this is just going to help your makeup stay on all day. Alright, so now that we have our primer on, we can get started with our foundation. I highly recommend using a big, damp beauty blender. That is my favorite method of putting on my foundation. I find that it blends it out very, very nicely, and it just helps it look very, very professional. And like you went to the makeup counter at a nice makeup store and got it done. So I am just going to dump this out. This one doesn't really have a pump, you just have to dump it out. So I dump it out on the back of my hand, and taking the sort of pointy end, I am going to start applying this under my eyes. And taking it down my cheek sort of as I go. And now that you can kind of see what I'm doing with the foundation, I'm just sort of patting it. And you can see it just gives us a nice, kind of clean, smooth base. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm also going to take it down my neck. I just find that that blends in the color a little bit better. Now I know I look absolutely crazy. This is always the stage of the makeup where I look like a haunted mansion inhabitant. However, do not worry. We're going to put color back on her face. This is just a base for our makeup. I also, if I have an ear showing, we'll put it on my ear. This ear's not really showing because it's covered by my swoop, so I am just going to put a little bit of foundation on my ear just so that it really blends in with all my skin tone, because I don't want it to look like there's a harsh color difference, you know? So now that we have done that, what I'm going to do is take a little bit of my concealer. Alright everyone, so I use the Maybelline New York Instant Age Rewind Eraser. It has this really cool little topper on it. I foundation all of my nails. I need to go get my nails done today, actually. So what I'm going to do is twist this up. It has sort of like a little twisty thing. And I'm going to apply this in sort of triangles under my eye. There's not a huge color difference between this concealer and my foundation, so what I'm going to do is cover up my little blemishes. I have a few little imperfections that I just want to cover up. Then what I'm going to do is just let this sit for just like a little bit of time. So I'm just going to let it get a little bit sort of firmer so that it sets sort of into the foundation. And I'm going to start under our eyes and just not blending it out all over the face, just keeping it concentrated under the eyes. I'm just going to tap this around, and this just makes my eyes a little bit brighter underneath and just sort of lifts everything and makes my eyes just seem a little bit more awake. Because a fun fact about me, we can talk about this when we get to the eyes, is I have sort of smaller eyes. So everything I do with my eye makeup is actually for a reason, and it helps sort of accentuate what I've got, because that's what, ironically, what vintage and pinup and all that kind of stuff is about, is accentuating your natural beauty and your natural curves and making you feel as gorgeous as possible. So now that we have done that, we're going to do a little bit of powder. Now the powder I like to use is the Fit Me powder. This goes along with my foundation. This is the Fit Me powder in the shade 220 Natural Beige. And I'm going to take my big fluffy powder brush, if I can get this open, and I'm just going to start applying this by just tapping it all over my face and not sort of rubbing it around, but making sure it's like setting in my makeup. And that's one of my little tips and tricks to get your makeup to last all day. Alright, so our base is complete. And as you can see, it's just a very like sort of blank canvas for us to put our makeup on and get that gorgeous, stunning little vintage eye. And I'm going to show you guys how I do that, and how I do this video. I'm going to show you guys how I do a little bit more of an everyday version of it, because I obviously have my night versions and my, you know, more going out versions, but I really want to keep the simple, like sort of everyday version in this video for you guys, because I want you guys to be able to follow along and see that it's really, really easy. And I am obviously taking my time throughout this video. However, in the mornings, this usually takes me about 10-15 minutes. Maybe 15 if I do foundation, just because it obviously takes a little bit more time and is a little bit more, just a little bit more involved. But before we get into that, while I do my eyeshadow, I asked you guys to ask me some questions on Instagram for this video. So we are going to be answering some questions on Instagram while I do my eyeshadow. So I'm going to show you guys the colors that I'm going to use. Now this is the palette called the Twilight palette. This is a very beautiful one. It has some glitters and some shimmers. Some people consider this more of an evening palette, which is totally fine, but there are a bunch of these neutral colors in the corner here that I use for my everyday makeup. So what I'm going to do is take an eyeshadow brush. I like these kind of ones. They're little fluffy, little, I believe they're called packer brushes. I really like these ones. So what I'm going to do is take this color Amethyst right here, this sort of pinky beige, and I'm just literally going to put this all over my eyelid. This is going to act as our base for our eyeshadow. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Just gives us a starting tone for our eyeshadow. All right, perfect. Now what I'm gonna do is take this color called Cosmo right here, and it's this a little bit darker, and I'm gonna put this in my crease and start sort of giving myself a natural smoky eye is what I would like to call it. Just because, yes, we are smoking the eyeshadow out and it's a little bit darker, but we're not using blacks or grays, we're using browns and pinks. Now I have hooded eyes, which means that my eyes kind of disappear when they close. So a tip for you guys is just keep your eyes like this, where they're naturally hooded, and then just kind of smoke out your eyeshadow so that you know it's not going to be all your hard work is going to be hidden. Now what I'm going to do is just add in a few little shimmers here and there. I'm going to add in this light nude right here in the corner of my eye. I'm going to add this one in sort of the middle of my eye, and then this darker one in the sort of upper brow bone area. And while I do that, I'm going to I'm going to answer some questions that you guys have. Also forgive me, my allergies are acting up, so my nose is a little sniffly, I apologize. But let's answer some questions. All right, everyone, so I have my Instagram open, and I'm going to start just doing my eyeshadow while I answer these. Someone asked me, what's my favorite part about getting ready? Picking out an outfit, makeup, hair, etc. That's a great question. I would say the makeup, because it's where everything really comes together. Because you can have an hair and an outfit on, like you saw me in earlier, which I looked a little Spectre-ish. But it's really honestly when you get sort of your makeup on that you really feel just gorgeous because you have everything on. And I like to get my hair and outfit on done before I do my makeup, just because I like to let my curls relax a little bit since I sleep in rollers. So that was a very great question. Okay, someone asked, am I doing any upcoming theater shows? That is a great question. In case you guys did not know, I indeed am an actress, in case you couldn't have already told by my intense theatrics in my videos. I am indeed an actress, and I do many different community theater productions, and I am going to be in an upcoming production of Chicago, and that's all I'm going to say for now. There's 2 other shows that I'll be in, but they have not been revealed yet, and so I will update you guys all when I do get my parts and everything, so stay tuned for that. Very exciting. Great question. Thank you for asking. Okay. Who/what inspired my vintage makeup look? Or sorry, just my vintage look in general. That is, again, a very great question, and one that actually has kind of an embarrassing answer. Now, it's not embarrassing because, you know what, there's so many different people out there on different platforms that help you with hair and makeup and everything, so I genuinely have to thank the Pinup Palmer here on YouTube. I highly suggest you go look at her makeup tutorial, because when I was first starting out a couple years ago, that is what I used to learn how to start doing my sort of signature look, and it actually is heavily inspired by the Pinup Palmer here on YouTube. So please go watch that video. It is so great. She actually really inspired my makeup and helped me learn how to do it, and helped me see that it's okay to use drugstore products and you don't need a lot of skill, and it's just about sort of accentuating what you've already got. So I really owe it all to her. So please go watch the Pinup Palmer's makeup tutorial here on YouTube. When you are done with this video, I highly recommend it. Now, I've been inspired by many different actresses. Clearly, Rita Hayworth. She is someone who inspired me to go auburn with my hair, which I need to get my roots touched up. Nobody look. But yes, Rita Hayworth definitely sort of helped me come out of my shell and embrace that sort of femme fatale, femme noir, like old Hollywood glamour. And I really, really love that, because it's sort of what is like my look now. And I also have to thank Rachel Maxey here on YouTube. If you guys are watching my channel, you probably know who Rachel Maxey is. She obviously is transitioned into more of this like woodlandy, like Victorian look, but she used to be heavily inspired by the 1940s and 50s, and I owe it all to her. She is who taught me how to do my hair. She is who got me inspired to start sewing. Her channel just is genuinely one of my comfort channels. I watch it whenever I'm feeling sad or need to pick me up. So thank you, Rachel, for inspiring me to be the woman I was always destined to be. So now that we've done our eyeshadow and answered some questions, I'm going to start on my eyeliner. Now the eyeliner I use is this e.l.f. H2O proof eyeliner pen. And I'll show you guys. Come on, focus. There we go. And you can see it's a very precise tip. It's very, very thin and perfect for doing sort of my signature cat eye. So, if you guys have not already, I'm gonna put a little card up to my video of my Vampira makeup look, because I actually show you guys how to do a cat eye in that video, and it's essentially the same thing for this makeup look. So I'm not gonna try and explain it too much because you guys can easily go see that in the next video. So give me 1 second, I'm gonna do my eyeliner and I will be right back. Alright everyone, so I've drawn on my cat eyes. That's just how I do kind of my classic cat eye liner. It's very, very feline, very sharp, and it kind of just accentuates my eyes. And now because my eyes are a little bit smaller and a little bit more angled at the edges, I like to do a big cat eye that slopes out and then in to almost extend my eye and also bring my eye up and kind of open it a little bit more. That's kind of my philosophy on how I do my eyeliner. So I'm gonna go in and just finesse it a little bit and I'll be right back. Okay everyone, so next thing we are going to do is lashes. Now these lashes I actually use for when I am doing princess performing and princess events, because these are the exact ones that they use in the Disney parks, Insider Secret. Now these are very just fluttery, natural little lashes. Now I don't use these every day, but I thought for this video, why not? We can do a little bit of lash. It never hurt anyone. So what I'm going to do is I know about how much to trim off, so I'm going to take my little cuticle scissors and I'm just going to trim my lashes to be the correct size. Now this is very important because all eyelashes come way bigger than they need to be so that you can custom fit them to your eye. Now the lash glue I use is this Duo lash glue. It's literally disgusting because the glue gets outside the bottle, so I apologize for the way it looks. But I've really been wanting to try, there's a black formula. This one dries clear. This is the one with vitamins in it. So I kind of liked that, you know, a little bit healthier. So there is a black formula that dries black so that when you are like me and wear super crazy eyeliner, you don't see that sort of glimmering glue line along your lashes. So, we brush it on the edge of the lash, just along the edge, and they have a very thin band, so they actually are pretty undetectable. Clearly people know you have lashes on, but it's not going to be like, whoa! But sometimes for photo shoots or events and things, I opt for a very cartoony lash. I opt for lashes that are very big and very spiky, almost like a cartoon character. And I have to say, that is genuinely, I'm not ashamed to say it, how I like my makeup to look. Sometimes I do like to look like a little 50s caricature. So I just pop my lashes on. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side, and I will be right back. Okay everyone, so our lashes are on. Before we put on our mascara, we're gonna do our eyebrows. Let me grab my special little tool that I like. Alright everyone, so my secret recipe to the perfect eyebrows are these. These are my special secret power. These are the Queen of the Fill Elizabeth Mott Eyebrow Tint in the color Auburn, and this is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil, again in the color Auburn, and it has a little spoolie and then a little pin on this end. So what I'm going to do is take the spoolie, and what I like to do is brush my eyebrows up and then sort of flatten out the front and then flatten out the edge to just give that little whoop whoop. sound effects are a must. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is take the little pin or pencil end, and I'm just gonna fill in just lightly where my brows are a little bit lighter, just to kind of even them out a little bit. Now I naturally have insanely thick brows. These are as thin as I can get them without wanting to completely shave them off. There's a bunch of people like Miss Silver Screen Vanity over on Instagram. Please go follow her. Liz has the most iconic eyebrows I've actually ever seen, and they are so amazing, and I'm pretty sure she draws them on every day. And I'm not sure if she shaves just the edges of her eyebrows or, you know, like just shaves them off completely, but she draws on the like most gorgeous, like artistically like stunning brows you've ever seen. So I'm just taking this Queen of the Fill brow tint and just filling in my eyebrows just a little bit, just to tint them a little bit more red so that they match my hair. And just like that, gorgeous eyebrows. Aww. Anyway, so next thing we're gonna do is sort of mix my natural lashes and the little fake ones we put in, and this is the Colossal Waterproof Mascara. Now I'm just gonna take this and I'm just gonna apply it like I would to my regular lashes, almost to just mix them in. And this is so that our lashes that have foundation and powder on them can be coated in black and just blend in with the fake ones. And now I'm gonna take the mascara wand and I'm just gonna do my bottom lashes. Okay everyone, so our gorgeous pinup eyes are done, heavily inspired by Marilyn Monroe, just because we have similar eye shapes, so I use similar techniques in order to, you know, sort of get my eyes to look that sleepy glamorous while still keeping them big and bright and beautiful. Like I angle my lashes up a little bit so that they kind of open my eyes out to match my same sort of philosophy that I did with my eyeliner, but you don't need to know all that technical stuff. You guys do whatever you find, because the main thing, whatever you find helpful is what I was trying to say. Because the main thing about this makeup is really trying to do what accentuates your features best. So this takes a bunch of practice. This makeup has evolved over the course of 3 years. So obviously I've had a lot of practice with it, and it's changes almost every day, you guys. Sometimes I find little things that I really like that I want to tweak or want to add if I watch different tutorials and I want to try out. And sometimes it bombs, but sometimes it looks amazing. So really watch tutorials, look at photos, look at old photos, look at new photos, look at pinup websites, look at old pinup photos, look at new pinup photos, look at everything, you guys, and really just sort of pick and choose which elements you like and combine them to sort of Frankenstein your own special makeup look. Alright, so I'm going to do a little bit of contouring just because it is summer, so it is a little bit brighter out. I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. I love this compactor. It reminds me of the Little Mermaid. And I'm going to take a little contouring brush, tap almost all the powder off, you guys, and I'm just going to contour under my cheekbone and up my forehead and the sides of my face. And honestly, this is just warming up my face a little bit, just adding a little bit more tan color. And then just to sort of set it in place, I'm going to take my powder brush and just set it in place, just like that. Alright you guys, so next up is blush. I have a few different blush options, but today I think I'm going to show you guys my Besame blush. This is from Besame Cosmetics in Burbank, California, and I went in and got a special lipstick and blush little like match that matches my skin perfectly, and I'm not sure what color this is, what the color name is, but it's this beautiful pinky blush. Now I'm going to take a blush brush and I'm just going to dab it heavily into the blush, and then I'm going to tap it off and rub it a little bit on my wrist. And that's because we just don't want it to be super duper pigmented. We still want it to look more natural. I also take it a little bit on my chin and on my forehead. My mother actually taught me this trick, or I've seen her do it, and now I realize why. Is because when I was little, I was like, blush is just supposed to go on your cheeks. Like, that is so weird. But it actually just makes it a lot more natural because it brings that color in throughout your face where you naturally would blush, and just sort of makes it all look a little bit more uniform. Now I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more on my cheeks just because I am a blush fiend. And just like that, our gorgeous blush is done. Stunning, gorgeous, as always. So I love this little blush. It has a beautiful little mirror and compact inspired by the 1930s and 40s, which is their whole entire brand. So I highly recommend. I need to go back to Burbank actually very soon. I also need to go back into Besame and get some more Besame Red lipstick, which is the color Besame Red. It's my favorite. You guys see me use it in a bunch of my videos on here. It's that little golden tube. I'm almost out, so I need to go get some more. All right, everyone, next thing we're gonna do is highlighter. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. I love highlighter, you guys. Okay, so I use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder in Blossom Glow. Now I'm gonna take a little fan brush and I'm gonna brush it just in the highlighter. I'm gonna put it right across the tip of my nose, on the bridge of my nose, under my eyebrows, above my lip, on my chin, on my forehead, and then taking it, I'm just gonna place it right on the apples of my cheeks, on my cheekbone. Also carrying it up the side of the forehead and blending that in. You can already start to see it on camera. Look at how beautiful. Gorgeous. I love this stuff. It's my secret weapon. This stuff is amazing. It is super inexpensive. Again, I use a lot of drugstore products. Almost everything I use in this video is from the CVS down the street from my house. I only have a few different nice products, like my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, and I have a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, and a few other special little makeup items that I use just for fun, just because it's always nice to have sort of nice makeup, because it also looks beautiful when it's sitting on my vanity when not in use. All right, everyone, the time has come for the moment that you have all been waiting for. Are we ready, you guys, to do my lipstick? Gasp. I know, you guys. I get so many questions about my lipstick. People are shocked by it. Sometimes it causes arguments. It almost caused World War III at one point. I mean, my lipstick has had quite the controversy. Now, I'm gonna bust all those myths for you guys, and we're gonna get right into it, and I'm gonna show you guys how I do my signature red pinup lip. So as you all know, the lipstick I use is the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink in the color 20, or the color Pioneer. Now what I'm gonna do is take this lipstick and just put it right on the bottom lip first. Then I'm gonna blot it out, just like that, and then I'm gonna do my Cupid's bow. And just like that, you have my signature red lip done, and this is gonna stay on all day. And you're only gonna have to rewind. You are only gonna have to reapply once to fix that booty hole lip when the pink of your lips sort of, it gets in your mouth, so it kind of dissolves the lipstick around the inside of your mouth, so you have to reapply that because you don't want it to be like pink and grody. I don't recommend. All right, you guys. Without further ado, we are gonna finish off our makeup with the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist, up to 16-hour wear it says. So time for some gorgeous setting of our makeup. Okay, everyone, so we're just gonna fan it out a little bit. Ugh. Unlike my last makeup tutorial that I did here on the channel, we, for this makeup look, got to do a much more involved eye look. We also got to do blush and put a little bit more color in our face, as well as use our real eyebrows and have them for a majority of the video. Insert image here. So yeah, we're not looking scary. We're not looking like whodunit and ran. Okay, you guys, makeup is finished. I'm gonna go take out my hair, clips, and everything, and I will see you guys for the final little makeup reveal. Alright everyone, so our makeup look is complete. Thank you all so much for watching another one of my videos. This video was so fun. I loved getting to do sort of my classic everyday makeup look. This is what you will see me wearing when you see me around. A lot of you guys have already said hello. I've seen a few fans around that have come up and said hello, and I so appreciate that. You guys are so sweet. I've also seen a bunch of you guys at Disney. You guys have DM'd me and said that you saw me in the Disney parks. Oh my goodness, say hello. I'm happy to say hi. So thank you all so much for requesting this video. I got so many questions on how I do my makeup, and it's really easy and really kind of just hodgepodge. I just kind of smack a bunch of stuff on my face and hope that it sticks and looks like a face. So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have any more video requests, please drop them in the comments section below. I am attempting to start bringing you guys weekly content. I have yet to figure out a schedule. I think it might be Fridays or Saturdays is when I release new content. I've yet to decide, just because for sewing, it gives me from sort of the end, from that Saturday to the next Friday to complete a project, which it never usually takes me that long, but in the rare event that I have to go do something or do a day trip and you know I miss a day, it gives me more time to be able to prepare and give myself a little bit of leeway. So I've yet to create a schedule, but when I do, I will let you guys know. But until then, I love you all so, so, so much. Please go follow my Instagram, which is Hailey Ever After. I will pop it up here on the screen. I really hope you guys go follow it. I show a bunch of my pinup stuff on there, and that's where I post a majority of my vintagey stuff. YouTube is where I post vintage and costumes and everything. Instagram is a little bit more focused on the glam aspect of my entire look. So please go follow my Instagram. I would be happy to drop a little link in the description of this video for you guys. Also, please, please, please drop any requests you have for next videos, because I really listen to what you guys say. You guys requested a makeup tutorial. I delivered. So there's going to be a bunch of spooky time content coming soon, like I always say, but until then, I'm trying to pump the brakes and give you guys some regular videos until then. But I love you all so, so, so much. I hope that you are feeling safe, loved, and know that you are what? That is right, worth it. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Love you, dolls. Mwah.